Let us fall into deep prayer. Deep, silent prayer. Allowing all thoughts and feelings to be swallowed into this presence of silence. Noticing and allowing all of it to come naturally. So not preventing any thought or feeling. Letting it come. And yet settling into what's behind the thought, what's around the thought, and the ephemeral, transparent nature of the thought. Just noticing that silence is all-pervading, everywhere, surrounding the thought or feeling. And silence is actually what makes up the thought. It's the empty nature of it. And enjoying that fact, which is also a natural byproduct of settling into the silence. And noticing that silence is everywhere and makes up everything. There's a natural blissfulness, enjoyment that arises out of our being what we are, out of being the silent nature, the silent presence. Noticing the patterned mind, how it's been patterned to grab, to grasp, to find some sense of control, some kind of hold on something. And all So that happens by thinking, by believing the thinking, by being convinced about what the thought and the feeling are and what they mean, identifying with it. And then cycling through, looping around, repeating, repeating, repeating. Notice that the content of the thinking mind and the feeling body is incredibly repetitive. Even if it tells you new things, it shows you new things, they're not so new. But at their core, it's a similar agitation. It's a similar dissatisfaction. It's a similar frustration, sadness, hurt, which are all expressions of believing that we're separate, in a separate body, in a separate personality, separated from the whole, separated from other beings, and separated from existence. Each thought having a signature of that separation at its core. Each feeling having a similar cry at the bottom. And yet all is well. Silence is here. It's always been here. It will always be here. And it is utterly reliable. And continue to allow the unwinding that happens naturally as you're settling and settled in the silence.